Okay, very good morning. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera, salam visi Pulau Pinang 2030, salam Malaysia Madani, dan terima kasih kepada semua daripada Penang Skills Development Corporation di mana saya ada, PSDC. A very good morning to Mr. Solomon, the chairman of PSDC, the Penang Skills Development Corporation, and the entire team here. I have Mr. Bala, I have Mr. Glenn, Dr. Martin, I have Vincent with me, and Mr. Tan, and the rest of the team. Many of them are here this morning. This is my first visit to PSDC, holding the post now in the portfolio of human talent, science and technology. So this agency is extremely important to me, and it is extremely important that I see where they are and see how I can move forward. I do not want to take up too much time. In the last 20 odd days holding this new portfolio, after 15 years holding 3 other portfolios, we understand the challenges, because as an exco, we hear this in the room in any event. So quickly I want to get to grasp what are the challenges, because that is what we need to know so that we can move forward. Now, as you heard just now in the remarks by Mr. Tan, it's clear we have a mismatch in terms of talent that is needed for the industry that we have. That is something very, very important for us to address, because Penang, as I've said, is one of the most highly industrialized states. And as I speak, more international global players are looking to come here. But the first question they will ask is, where are the workers? Where is your talent pool? That is the first question they will ask. So we have to address that issue. And that is the reason why in the discussion and conversation that we had just now, clearly it has to begin from schools. We talk about talent pipeline, schools. And awareness is also a big problem. A lot of people do not know that what is available. So inculcate awareness, attract students toward industry. This is a multi-billion industry. Just here in 2010 in Malaysia, it was the market capital value was only 300 million. 2023, 30 billion. So in 10 years time, it will maybe be 300 billion. This is all in the hands of our future generation. And so that is what we need to do. That is the reason why when we have an agency like this, it is extremely important, whereby we inculcate talent to the future generation so that they can come into the industry that is coming to Penang. Now, there are a few things that must be done, and must be done very quickly, and under my watch, I will make sure it will be done. First of all, like I said just now, when we talk about training, you need trainers. And I've said this before. We are looking at your programs whereby you want schools to come in to continue or increase more schools to train the students, which is an important thing, very important thing. I agree, but let me tell you that there are many other sources as well. And I think I will be going to all industries, all facilities, and advising them and encouraging them to come forward. Because if you talk about training engineers or technicians for STEM programs or TVET, they already have engineers who went through that training before, who are working now in the industry. So we tap on that. And there are some that I've already spoken to who are not only already doing it, but have plans to do it. And then you get more trainers. And when you have more trainers, then you will have more talent. That is the number one problem I see in front of our eyes. So that will be one priority for me. Encouraging the industry to work together. Because at the end of the day, either those talents that you train works in your own company or they will go to other industries, but that is where we will have the numbers, which is lacking at the moment. I am made to understand if the need is 100% throughout the industry, we are only at 30%. We are lacking that much. And that is the reason why we need to really push forward and tap on all sources. Not just the schools. I know your presentation just now was that. And you're looking for funding where that is concerned. But I think there are many other sources. And we must use that opportunity. And that is what my work scope will be prioritizing. And of course, when we talk about basics like training in schools and getting more schools to come forward, of course you have made a request, how can the state government help in terms of funding, because these classes, albeit you have not very many students, it costs a lot. I agree, I understand. We will try our level best here at Penang, and we hope that when we do so, when we come up with the funding, I think the original was $1 million grant by the state government, whereby then 50% will be also borne by the industry. I will follow up with that and I will look into it, but don't quote me on this stuff. But it is not just, we don't stop there. I mean, we're looking at a bigger picture. And I think when you ended your conversation just now, from what I remember, it is a 5 million grant you're looking at in the long term for a bigger number of students in schools, which is good. But you see, it comes down to funding. Then I want to say this. Yesterday, my minister now, I've had several ministers over the last 15 years in housing, in planning, local government, at the federal level. But now, under Mosti, Chan Lee Kang, the minister, he made a statement and he acknowledged the fact that TVET, STEM, the numbers are depleting. It is not only very low at the moment, but it seems to be depleting. So he understands the fact. I saw him and I told him this is the problem. And yesterday he has made a statement that there will be a special committee set up soonest, and me being the exco here in Penang that will look into it. I hope, I'm sure he will invite me, and I will, if he doesn't invite me, I will go and barge in anyway, so that I can give our inputs, because we are the biggest industrial state in Malaysia. So he needs to understand the challenges, and I think he understands. So he recognized the fact that when you talk about STEM, TVET, and trying to attract our talent pool, more people to get into the talent pool, there is a big challenge. So when you talk about what I mentioned just now as to how you address it, it comes down at the end of the day to funding. And I will go to Putrajaya when I come back from the UK. I'm going to see the Minister of Science there as well. I will see Chan Lee Kang and I will tell him that the needs here in terms of funding should also be looked at by the federal government. And I give you that commitment. I shall try my best, and hopefully my best will work out for some more funding on top of what the state is going to do, which I will discuss with my Chief Minister and get back to all. But let me end by, because I need to rush off, by saying that I am very proud of your entire team here. You all have done a splendid job. Your presentation was a fantastic one time just now. I've actually seen him in my office already. And but you have to carry on. I mean, this is what I want to see PSDC grow even bigger. There must be a way forward. Solomon, I'll be here. You can come to my office and we can discuss in detail what needs to be done to expand more what you're doing, which is something that is so necessary for Penang at the moment. So I don't think I have many things to say, but I am very proud to note the numbers. In the last 34 years, PSDC trained over 250,000 participants in all sorts of fields. Now that is an amazing achievement, probably a record, in the country. You must check. Sometimes you must always have a base and a benchmark so you understand where you are and where you want to go. So I'm going to make sure that we will become number one in the country in terms of nurturing our talent. And that's the reason why you need an agency like the Penang Skills Development Centre. It's very, very important for us to see where we are, and I am very confident if you have done that, surely you can do better. And I am very confident from the team that I'm with today that I think we can work together to ensure that happens. And I'm so happy to see that I said this one thing, I think it was yesterday or day before. I was in Vitrox and Jabil, and I say at the end of the day, all industry must work together. That is the most important thing. You cannot work in silo, and I think once that happens, then you will really move forward quickly. And I can see that here in PSDC. Look at the entire team. They are from all various industries, and that is what I want to see. That is how we can grow together and grow faster together. So with those words, I think I have said most of what I want to say. But like I said, important is I will be going to Putrajaya. I will be seeing Changlika, and I shall put forward the request. And I have requested also from a few groups that I've met for them to perhaps just jot down your request for me to convey when I arrive there. So perhaps I can do that quickly because I'll be most likely be there the first or second week of October. So I think you all already have made your request. I already understand, but perhaps if there is a small write-up, official from PSDC, that will be very good, because then I can black and white show him, and I will then argue your case on your behalf. So with those words, I thank all of you. Maybe before I hand over to the press, I would ask the chairman, Mr. Solomon, to say a word or two, please.
Oh, thank you. And again, it's always a privilege to be able to host YB. I mean, it goes far to recognize the fact that within such a short period of time in assuming the office, he's actually made his first step into PSDC. And this is both a great satisfaction and celebration of what PSDC has come to stand for as a training institution par excellence in this country that has been here since 1989. So I'm really thankful that YB has taken a sleeve of his busy time to spend the day or the morning with us today. And I feel even more elevated in his words and how he sees the path forward for this institution, but more importantly, how we actually tackle the mismatch of our talent base and how we need to transform them to meet the aspirations for the country and for the state as well. So with that few words, I'm really thankful for the kind gesture and the presence that you've made for us with us today.
Thank you so much, Solomon. It's my pleasure. Anyone would like to say a word or two? Anybody? not, I would like to call upon my press friends, if there is any questions from you before the presentation. Any questions I can assist you with?